The city street outside the police station stayed busy from morning until late evening. Cars passed slowly. People walked by with tired faces, holding bags, phones, and worries. Some stopped near the station steps, waiting for relatives or filling forms. It was a normal day for most people. No one expected anything unusual to happen. A woman named Anna stood near the front gate. She was in her early 30s, wearing a simple dark jacket and flat shoes. Her hair was tied back neatly. She carried a small folder in one hand and a purse on her shoulder. She did not look nervous. She did not look angry. She looked patient. Anna had arrived early. She did not want attention. She did not want trouble. She only wanted to finish her task and leave. She stood quietly, watching the door, waiting for the right moment to go inside. A few officers were gathered near the entrance. Among them was Mark, a senior officer known for his loud voice and sharp attitude. He liked control. He liked being noticed. On that day, he already felt annoyed because of paperwork delays and a long shift. When Mark noticed Anna standing near the gate, his mood worsened. He looked at her clothes, then at her calm posture. He assumed she was someone waiting for help or someone who did not belong there. He walked closer, his boots hitting the ground hard. He asked her why she was standing there. His tone was rough. People nearby could hear him. Anna turned toward him and answered politely. She said she was there for official reasons and would go inside shortly. Mark did not like her calm voice. He did not like that she did not look scared. He laughed and told her she should leave and stop acting important. His words were careless and full of pride. Anna stayed quiet for a moment. Then she repeated herself in the same calm tone. She said she had work inside the building. She did not insult him. She did not raise her voice. A small crowd began to form. Some people slowed their steps. Others stopped completely. They sensed tension. A woman holding a child watched closely. A man across the street crossed his arms. Mark felt challenged. He stepped closer, invading Anna's space. His face showed irritation. He said she should learn her place and stop wasting time. His words were disrespectful, but Anna did not respond with anger. Then Mark did something that shocked everyone nearby. He spat on the ground near Anna's feet. The sound was sharp in the sudden silence. It was meant to humiliate her. The crowd froze. Someone gasped. Another person shook their head. A few people took out their phones but hesitated to record. Anna looked down slowly. She took a tissue from her purse and carefully wiped her shoe. Her movements were calm and controlled. She did not rush. She did not show fear. When she looked up, her expression had changed. There was no anger, but there was confidence. Her eyes were steady. She looked directly at Mark, not with hatred, but with certainty. Mark smirked. He turned away slightly, acting as if nothing important had happened. He joked with another officer, brushing off the moment. He believed he had shown his power. Behind him, the crowd whispered. Some felt angry. Some felt helpless. No one spoke up. Anna straightened her shoulders. She took a slow breath. She reached into her jacket pocket, not quickly, not suddenly, but with purpose. Her fingers touched the badge hidden inside. The air felt heavy. Even the traffic noise seemed to fade. Mark noticed movement from the corner of his eye. He turned back just as Anna pulled out a badge and held it up at chest level. The badge caught the light. The crowd leaned forward. Mark's smile faded. His eyes widened slightly, but he still did not fully understand. Anna spoke calmly, clearly, and without shouting. She stated her rank. She said she was a captain assigned to internal operations. She said she had come to review reports related to officer conduct. Silence followed her words. One of the officers beside Mark stiffened. He looked at the badge, then at Anna's face, then back at the badge. He stepped back slightly. Mark's face changed color. His mouth opened, but no words came out. His confidence drained away in seconds. He realized the seriousness of the moment. Anna lowered the badge but did not put it away. She kept it visible. Her voice remained calm. She said she would like to go inside now. People in the crowd exchanged looks. Some felt relief. Some felt justice. Some felt shock. The station door opened. An officer inside had seen the badge through the glass. He stepped forward and addressed Anna with respect, calling her by her rank. He asked if she needed assistance. Mark stood frozen. His hands felt heavy. He avoided eye contact. Anna walked toward the entrance, passing Mark without touching him. She did not insult him. She did not smile. She simply walked with dignity. As she entered the building, the whispers outside grew louder. Everyone knew this day was far from over. Inside the station, the air felt different from outside. It was quieter, colder, and filled with tension. Officers moved through the halls, some carrying files, some talking in low voices. When Anna walked in, a few heads turned. Word had already started spreading. The officer who opened the door walked beside her with respect. He asked where she would like to go. Anna said she needed a private room and access to recent conduct reports. Her voice stayed calm and professional. They reached a small meeting room with a long table and plain chairs. Anna placed her folder on the table and sat down. The officer brought water and left the room, closing the door softly behind him. Anna took a slow breath. She had faced moments like this before. Disrespect did not surprise her anymore, but she never accepted it. She opened her folder and reviewed the papers inside. Names, dates, notes, and signatures filled the pages. Outside the room, the station felt uneasy. Officers whispered in corners. Some looked nervous. Others looked curious. A few pretended nothing had happened, but the tension was clear. Mark stood near the front desk. His face was tight. He replayed the moment in his head again and again. He felt exposed. He had never imagined the woman outside was his superior. He felt anger at himself, mixed with fear. Another officer named Tom walked up to him. Tom was younger and quieter. He asked Mark if everything was all right. Mark brushed him off, telling him to focus on his duties. Tom did not argue, but he had seen what happened outside. He had seen the badge. He knew things were about to change. Inside the meeting room, Anna requested files from internal records. Within minutes, a staff officer brought in a thick stack of documents. He placed them carefully on the table and addressed Anna with respect before leaving. Anna began reading. The reports showed patterns. Complaints that were dismissed too quickly. Warnings that were ignored. Names appeared more than once. One of those names was Mark. Anna leaned back slightly, her eyes focused. She was not angry. She was determined. Her role was not to punish blindly, but to protect the integrity of the department. She pressed a button on the desk phone and requested that Mark be sent to the meeting room. Mark received the call moments later. His heart dropped. He adjusted his uniform and wiped his hands on his pants. He tried to calm himself, but his steps felt heavy as he walked down the hall. When Mark entered the room, Anna stood up. She did not sit behind the table. She stood face to face with him, keeping the space formal and fair. She asked him to sit. Mark obeyed quickly. His posture was stiff. His eyes stayed low. Anna spoke clearly. She asked him to explain what happened outside. She did not accuse him. She did not raise her voice. Mark tried to speak. His words came out rushed. He said it was a misunderstanding. He said he thought she was just someone causing trouble. He avoided mentioning his actions directly. Anna listened without interrupting. When he finished, she asked simple questions. Why did he not ask for identification? Why did he use disrespectful behavior? Why did he think his actions were acceptable? Mark struggled to answer. He said the day was stressful. He said he made a mistake. Anna nodded once. She told him stress did not excuse disrespect. She reminded him that every person deserves dignity, especially in front of the public. She then opened one of the files and read a few lines aloud. Complaints from citizens. Dates that matched earlier incidents. Mark's face grew pale as he realized this meeting was not just about one moment. Anna told him that she would conduct a full review. She said this process was about accountability and improvement, not humiliation. She told him that his behavior would be evaluated carefully. Mark nodded silently. His voice failed him. Anna dismissed him from the room. She told him to return to duty for now and wait for further instruction. As Mark left, he felt smaller than ever before. Officers in the hallway looked at him differently. Some avoided his eyes. Others watched closely. Later that afternoon, Anna walked through the station. She observed quietly. She noticed how officers spoke to visitors. She noticed who acted professionally and who acted carelessly. A young woman named Sarah, a junior officer, approached Anna during a break. Sarah spoke honestly. She said she admired Anna's calm and strength. She admitted that many officers felt afraid to speak up when they saw wrong behavior. Anna thanked her. She told Sarah that change begins when people choose to do the right thing, even when it is uncomfortable. Outside the station, news of the incident spread through the neighborhood. People talked about the woman who stayed calm. They talked about the badge. They talked about respect. By evening, Anna had completed her review for the day. She closed her folder and prepared to leave. She knew the work was not finished. It had only begun. As she stepped outside again, the same street looked different. People watched her with new understanding. Tomorrow would bring consequences and lessons. Morning light filled the street outside the station. The same place that felt tense the day before now felt alert and watchful. People passed by slowly, some stopping to look at the building, others whispering about what had happened. The story had traveled fast. Inside, the station was already awake. Officers arrived early. Conversations stopped when supervisors walked past. Everyone sensed that this day would matter. Anna arrived just after sunrise. She wore the same simple style, calm and focused. She greeted the front desk politely and moved through the hallway with steady steps. Her presence alone changed the mood. She began the day with a briefing. Supervisors gathered in the main room. Anna stood at the front, not above them, but among them. She spoke clearly about professionalism, respect, and responsibility. She reminded them that authority exists to serve, not to intimidate. Her words were firm but fair. No one felt attacked, yet no one felt comfortable ignoring her message. After the briefing, Anna continued her review. More files arrived. Some officers were interviewed. She listened carefully, taking notes, asking clear questions. She treated every person the same, regardless of rank. Mark was called in again later that morning. This time, another senior officer sat in the room as a witness. Mark looked tired. He no longer tried to defend himself. He answered questions honestly. Anna reviewed the findings out loud. She explained where Mark had failed and how his actions affected public trust. She spoke without anger, but her words carried weight. The decision was clear. Mark was removed from public-facing duties and placed under mandatory review and training. Further evaluation would follow. The process was documented carefully. Mark nodded slowly. He accepted the outcome. For the first time, he understood that his actions had consequences beyond himself. When he left the room, he did not feel angry anymore. He felt changed. News of the decision spread through the station by midday. Some officers felt nervous. Others felt relieved. A few felt inspired. Sarah, the junior officer, watched everything closely. She noticed how Anna handled pressure without losing kindness. Later, she spoke to other officers, encouraging respectful conduct. Small changes began to show. That afternoon, Anna walked outside again. The same woman with the child stood nearby. She smiled softly at Anna. A man who had watched silently the day before gave a nod of respect. Anna acknowledged them with a gentle smile. She did not seek praise. She believed respect should be normal, not rare. Before leaving the area, Anna stopped near the gate where it all began. She stood there briefly, remembering the moment. Not with pain, but with purpose. She knew this incident was not about her alone. It was about setting a standard. About reminding people that dignity matters. Back inside, final reports were signed. Recommendations were submitted. Training programs were scheduled. Accountability was put in motion. As evening approached, Anna prepared to leave the station. An officer held the door open for her. He thanked her quietly for showing leadership the right way. Anna stepped outside into the fading light. The street felt calmer. More balanced. She walked away without looking back. The lesson remained behind, written not on paper, but in memory. Respect, once ignored, had been restored.